Welcome back to Man Sharpens Man. And that's what I'm saying. I'm going to jump right into it. I'm not. That's it for the intro. But I always think I'm going to remember something I don't. So I'm going to jump right into talking about it. I smoke too much fucking weed, Charlie. Smoke way too much fucking weed. I smoke weed from sun up till sundown. Like, I smoke weed like, I don't know, there's no comparison. Like, Snoop Dogg would be disgusted. Like, come on, man, once in a while, don't smoke weed. Like, I smoke too much weed is what I was saying.
What's up?
It hinders me. Say, oh yeah, welcome to the show, Charlie. Welcome to the show. I'm going to bare my soul and be like, I smoke too much weed. No, I do. It hinders me in a lot of stuff I do. That's what I was going to I play racquetball, and I've been playing racquetball for a while, and I'm fucking pretty good at racquetball, but no one up there has a clue that I go up there baked as a motherfucker. Like, they have no clue. Like, I go play racquetball, I've woke up, I've smoked like 15 joints usually before I even go.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Does it make you better or worse?
Way fucking worse. It makes me worse at everything pretty much.
It's harder to work out. It's harder to lift for me.
When you're stoned? Yeah, everything is harder when you're stoned. Like, I am an advocate of marijuana, but nothing is easier when you're stoned. Nothing. There's not one thing that's easier. Math tests aren't easier. Jumping rope, nothing is easier when you're stoned. Driving, I'm pretty good at driving stoned, but I'm just super cautious is why.
Yeah, you get way cautious.
But playing racquetball stoned? No. Like, the first game is me running my buzz off.
Yeah.
And then the next game is me trying to deal with reality. I'm like, oh shit, I haven't been sober in forever. Look. And then I'm in a court. And then I'm usually in there with some rich dude or fucking, it's like, oh my God, I'm in here with a goddamn lawyer or something. Doctors. All kind. Like, it's fucked. It's a fucking weird thing, with the bridge that gaps the racquetball when I go up there. Because, like, I'm just old little John. Like, I'm not a piss ass or nothing. I'm a good motherfucker. I'm a solid dude, but I'm no doctor or lawyer. Like, my college was not regular college for sure. Like, they know I'm different. They smell it on me, but they like me. Which is cool. Like, it's cool. Like, before comedy, racquetball was kind of like my first coming out of, like, when I got out of prison, I was, like, fucking terrified. So I basically just hid for years. But I wasn't, like, it wasn't in my brain where I was like, oh, I'm hiding out from society. I was just like, I don't want to go to jail. Like, going to bars could make you go to jail, going to different things. I just felt like somebody would get in a fight with me or some shit. I don't know. I just didn't know what to expect, so I didn't go out much. I went to work and came home, played video games and shit. Like, I definitely fucking inverted and nerded out for quite a few years right after I got out of prison.
Yeah, I've definitely done that before as well.
Is it? Well, but you get depressed sometimes. The comedy does bring you out of your cage, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. You just have to do it. So
I love it. How'd the show go last night?
It was fun, but...
Just an all-comic show, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Downtown was just... Nobody was out. It was just so
your first
cold
hosting?
and dark.
Was that the first time you hosted?
Yeah, it was fun. It was very fun, but... yeah.
I would like to host, but I feel like I also want to do a bit. Do you do a set when you host usually? Do you get to do a set?
I did a few jokes, but not a set.
Not bad.
I didn't want to do too much with it, but
I felt like such an asshole. I signed up for that downstate shit and missed the one that's right in my backyard just to drive to a fucking handicap circus down there. God damn. I mean, it was okay, but... Fucking, you know,
it was okay.
I thought of a fucking great song. I love parody songs, man. Like, I'm like a Weird Al fanboy almost, and I love parody songs, and I'm not trying to, like, steal his job or nothing, but I think of parodies once in a while. You just made me think of one of my favorite parody songs that I just thought of. You know the song Super Freak? Super freak, she's super freaky. I want to change it to circus freak. She's a circus freak, she's circus freaky.
Yeah, you could get on the album.
Yeah, I could get me. That's a very good idea, isn't it? Circus Freak. It's a song about the bearded woman. Can you imagine if that was like your family member as one of them freaks in the freak show? Have you ever? You know what that brings us? Let's talk about us. Have you ever done some shit like? Have you ever been the freak? Because being comedy, you're almost kind of being the freak in a way, but at least you get to use your brain to be a freak. Were you ever the freak before that in school because you were the guy willing to, like, jump off the building or eat a bug or that kind of shit? Do you remember doing that before? Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I was kind of crazy and wanted to be accepted.
Yeah,
and
probably that attention that just, come on, look at me, motherfuckers. It's like for pussy, too. You know it's for the girls sometimes.
Yeah, and and I was just afraid. So when I was afraid, I would just joke. So I'd always joke around. So there was no getting through to me because of that, other than through doing crazy stuff and joking. But I found some balance, and that helps a lot. I don't think I'd be able to do comedy if I was like that.
Yeah, the antics, they're fun in, like, when you're hanging out in a group of people, that pushing the boundaries and being the asshole. Because, like, in prison, we're always pranking each other and being dickheads to each other, like I always tell you about shit in there, it's like that. But, out, trying to do them antics and shit, that shit doesn't translate on stage into being very funny. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, people don't want to hear, they want to hear the story maybe about you being an asshole, but they don't want you to be an asshole.
There's somewhat of a same feeling to it, but it's not the same as something actually happening.
But there's still kids eating bugs out there to get attention on the schoolyards of America, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a normal phase you go through.
There's YouTubers that do that.
They eat bugs. Oh, they do some dumb shit, don't they?
Yeah.
Fucking that guy that shot through his nutsack and stuff. Like, he busted a shot right through his nutsack.
I haven't seen that one. I'll have to check that out.
Yep, he stretches his scrot out on the table, pulls a 9mm out, and he says, "I'm going to throw a 9mm through my nuts," and then he shoots around. And it's like, what kind of retarded motherfucker says I'm going to throw a bullet anyhow when he shoots it? Like, that's so stupid.
That's pretty ballsy.
What a tough way to say you're shooting a gun. I'm about to throw a bullet at you, dog. Like, the guy was nuts. I kind of made him sound black, but he was a white guy. He was a retarded white guy. White guys are ones that do the most dumbest shit on the internet.
Yeah.
I seen this guy getting bit up by bullet ants.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, when I grew up in Texas, we used to be mean as fuck to each other with these ants. They have these ants down there called, like, I don't know what they were, like leafcutter ants or something, but they would have, like, a big bare spot on the ground that they would bare up, and they would have, like, one big hole in the center that they would all come in and go out of. And they were big-ass ants, and everyone called them cow ants because, like, the schoolyard legend was they were, like, poisonous enough that and mean enough that they would, like, bite cows and kill them. So, like, enough of them would get up on a cow that it could kill a cow, basically. So everyone called them cow ants. And, like, you could pick up the ant because he was big enough. You could pick him up by his sides, and he couldn't sting you. And you could, like, hold him, and he would just, like, be flexing his little ass. It looked like he was doing little crunches or something, But he couldn't sting you. And then you could just, like, blow on him, like, and get him all pissed off. And then you could take him up to someone, and wherever you put him, he would instantly bite. Like, just, like, right fucking now. And it was like the worst Charlie horse you can imagine. And we were doing that shit to each other. That's some asshole shit.
That's another level.
That is dick. You remember how much a dick. You remember the sack tap. You remember boys are so mean to each other.
Yeah.
The little game where you put the circle down like this, and if you look at the circle, then you get punched.
I didn't look.
You didn't look just now, or I would have touched you up too. But
I'm
yeah,
experienced.
Them games are fucked up. They have some shit in Texas called spear grass. This shit looks like a little miniature spear, and you can like pull it out of its shuck and whip it. And we were stabbing each other with a spear grass and shit. We were mean little assholes. It wasn't me. I wasn't like to try. I was not Lord of the Flies or nothing. I was just conforming to the already set in place fucking weird fucking hierarchy of badass little kids.
Yeah, you're just thrown into it, and you have to find a way to deal with it.
Yeah, it was. I moved around a bunch too, so that was just one school. But Texas in general is pretty nuts. You see how nuts they are down there. That dude just shot up the fucking church.
Yeah.
Some nuts, and there's some crazy people in Texas.
Country of Texas.
Hey, did you see the transsexual guy beat the fucking dude that tried to pass the transsexual bathroom ban in Virginia?
No, I didn't.
I'm not even making that shit up. Like, reality never stops being funnier than my comedy or anyone's comedy. Like, reality always trumps us.
Yeah.
It always does with just, like, the most outlandish shit. But seriously, in Virginia, the new mayor or whatever, governor, that's what it is. Or no, it's not governor, it's representative seat. I don't know. Whoever the fuck it is, some guy that wrote up the bill for they're not going to have their bathroom rights got bumped by an actual transgender person. And she's kind of hot, too. Like, I give her...
you have to admit.
I give her a good... Like, she's pretty hot. She's a pretty hot tranny. That's some funny shit. Like, it's in 2017. I'm, like, allowed to say hot tranny now and not be, like, everyone's like, see, they're not allowed to call me gay no more. Now I can just say, okay, that dude is hot.
It's time.
It's
We've
not like
done
I'm
all
going to do
this.
anything with him. I'm just saying he's an attractive dude. Like when I was in Jackson, there was this transsexual that looked like Halle Berry, dude. You know Halle Berry, the actress?
Yeah.
Yeah. This dude looks just like her. Like, or her, this girl, I guess. I don't know what you'd call him. But he had boobs and everything. Like he had gotten the boob surgery and all that. They let him take showers at count time because it was dangerous. You want to hear? This is a gross story about this fucking tranny. I don't remember the dude's name at all, so we'll just call him Halle Berry. And, well, I didn't know him very well. Anyhow, like a sissy that sat hot in prison, you do not talk to them, Charlie. Like even talking to them could be a death sentence because their boyfriend is jealous. I guarantee you. It's just like automatic. It's one of them things, and he's trying to kill you. Yeah. And they usually have more than one, and they're lying to all of them, and they fight constantly. And a lot of violence in prison is because of like love and romance and shit. Shit gets heated. Man.
I guess
heated.
in the real world too.
It's it does in the real world too, but in there it's a real commodity. There's not very many there's not very many transsexual people. So the dudes that are like looking to date, you know, because people tell themselves whatever, they're like, that's a woman. Like they convince themselves of that crap half the time. But anyhow, it's a violent thing. But anyway, let me get back to the funny. I want to tell you the funny shit. I don't want to tell you about the mean shit. I'm going to tell you about the love, the funny, lovey shit. I go to the weight pit, and I see Halle Berry, and like Halle Berry has the biggest, like 6'9". I mean, this guy looks like fucking LeBron James on steroids, okay? This dude is fucking huge, you know, Halle Berry's boyfriend. So, like, he could pretty much just, like, pick me up, like, fold me into a paper airplane, like on a cartoon, and shoot me out into the fucking breeze. Like, he was a beast. But anyhow, I went to the weight pit one of my first days there. It was, like, in my first week at north side of Jackson, which was, like, the lower level Jackson. It's the outside of the wall. Like, Jackson is a walled prison, and, like, the outside part of the wall I made it to. Woohoo! Okay. But anyhow, I went to the weight pit, and I'm in there, and I see the big dude with his girlfriend over in the corner, and he's, like, spotting Halle Berry while she squats. You know, like, and I don't know if you've done a spot for a squat before, but you basically, like, get right behind the person and put your arms around like you're barrel hugging their chest, and you go down and up and down with them as they're squatting. Well, little Halle Berry is... There's just a frail little thing. She probably only weighs, or he only weighs like 95 pounds. Like, I'm serious. Like, not only, like, he's built like a small little supermodel. So he's only got the bar or something on his back. Not very much weight. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to wait for the squat rack. So no one else is waiting, so I'm, like, going to wait. So I go stand, like, kind of by it. Like, I'm just, like, a couple feet away, but not, like, right close because I don't want to be up in their mix. So I'm close enough that they can tell that I'm waiting, but I kind of got my shoulder turned to them, so I'm not, like, in their mix, and I'm just waiting. Well, after, like, a while, I, like, cut my eyes over there to see if they're done yet, and Halle Berry's still doing a set. And I'm like, how long is this dude going to do a set? Like, I understand there's no weight on there, but what, you like 900 reps at this point? Because I've seen they haven't changed up who's, like, squatting and who's spotting. So I look over, and I, like, kind of stare for longer than before, and I realize that the bar is just like a ruse, and that big dude is like fucking that guy in the corner.
Wow.
And I'm standing like 3 feet away waiting for next. And I'm like, oh my God. I didn't know I was waiting for next on this one. I'm like, oh man, I'm not waiting for next on that shit. You go ahead and tear Halle Berry up. I'm straight. But I thought for sure that motherfucker was squatting, and I'm just like standing right there waiting and waiting and waiting, and there's just, and they were like mimicking a squat, so they're like up and down like they're squatting. They even got the bar in there, but nope, he's tearing it up over in the corner, and like I think most people in the weight pit knew it. I just was the new guy, and I didn't know it, and like anyone telling me or bringing it to my attention would have brought it to the guard's attention too, because the guard's just over in the corner with like a newspaper and his feet up. He doesn't even know these guys are over in the corner banging.
Oh, so they didn't even react to it?
No.
Because it wouldn't, yeah.
Yeah, like everyone was making it normal, because if they would have reacted.
Just had to walk away.
So I just like, oh, wait, I'm going to actually go bench press over here and hope someone's not getting teabagged or something. I don't know. Fucking gay-ass way. It was the first time I'd ever seen some gay shit in the weight pit. I had never seen, like, I had been in prison for a while, too, but they usually kept that shit in their cell or, like, they hid a little bit. These people, like, this was a yard weight pit. This shit was on the yard, like in the middle of the yard. There was like a caged in thing with like, you know, like yard fence, and I mean it was in there. Yeah, it was crazy. It's pretty funny though. It was pretty good story. It made a great story. Great. I was telling motherfuckers about it. They were busting up later that night. I was like, man, I was waiting for next on the sissy. I didn't even know it. Let me get next on that ass. Speaking of working out, Charlie, we're going to start hitting that fucking weight pit with me, dog.
Yeah, I think we should.
We should. So I'll start taking you up to Grand Traverse Athletic Club.
I'll do that.
Jenny and Luke want to play a little racquetball. I want to teach them how to play racquetball, so I think they're going to start going up there too. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? We could start a little comedy racquetball club.
Racquetball sounds fun.
That shit's healthy too.
I used to play. I think I already said it, but I used to play tennis, so
yeah,
it should be. Tennis was so fun.
Yeah. What's nice about racquetball compared to tennis, we won't turn this into much of a sports podcast, but what's nice is with racquetball, it's kind of like a nice flat swing with a little bit of snap, and you don't have to do as much of the stroke. You know how in tennis where you really got to stroke the ball to get the spin on it so it'll like drop over the net?
Yeah.
In racquetball, it's more about power and placement, so it's just like a straight shots, straight snaps, and you also have a lot more time to get to the ball. Because in tennis, once the ball's past you, it's over with. Where in racquetball, if the ball makes it past you, it's going to hit the back wall and bounce back up generally and give you another chance at it. Because, it's allowed to touch the floor once, but it can touch the walls as many times as it will before it touches the floor twice. So as long as you get the ball before it hits the floor twice is what I'm saying, you're good.
It's a whole new dimension to tennis.
It is,
Sounds
but
fun.
it's way more
I've
fun.
Ever played it.
It's super fun. I play pickleball too. Me and the wife play pickleball. I got to get back into that. That's a super fun game too.
Is that like?
That's more like tennis. You play it with a wiffle ball and like these flat, hard composite paddles, and it's like played on a miniature tennis court. It's really taken over in America. It's a big sport.
I've played that before.
Yep, it's taken over. What's fun about it is it's a sport that you can play with like a 7-year-old kid and still kind of have fun.
Yeah.
Because like he doesn't really got a 7-year-old doesn't, but like a 10-year-old might beat you. Because it's like more of a game about finesse and stuff than it is power or speed. A lot of finesse comes into it.
More finesse than racquetball?
Oh, way more. Where racquetball is finesse and power and speed, pickleball is almost all finesse.
I was going to say, is it really fast in there?
Racquetball is super fast.
Okay, that would be.
It's one of the fastest balls in sports from what I understand.
Oh, that's cool.
But you will get hit with it sometimes, and that's the first thing people are scared of in racquetball is getting snapped with that motherfucker because it's coming fast and hard, And the guy usually is hitting the ball behind you because you've already slid up to the front to like take his shot. So a lot of times you kind of got your ass to the guy that's taking the shot too. So it's a little bit of like respect in there where you like know not to hit each other with the ball, so you try to avoid it, and it just happens sometimes. So like you wear safety glasses and shit because it would hurt if it hit you in the eye and could like detach your retina or fuck your eye up. But I've gotten hit by that fucker by some of the hard, there's a couple guys up there that hit the ball as hard as you can imagine, and it'll leave a bruise, but it doesn't hurt like getting hit in the face with a basketball. Have you ever been missed a catch with a basketball and took it by the basketball?
Yeah, that
shit hurts. Like the racquetball, you can get hit anywhere besides the nuts, and it hurts less than that. Now, if you got hit in like the nuts or right in the asshole, or one time I fucking smoked this dude right in his ear. You want to hear this funny shit? It was like I just started playing racquetball. I was all nervous that they wouldn't like me and shit because, like I was saying, they're all like rich dudes and stuff. So I'm like up there, and I'm like, it's my first league game. And a league, you know what that is, anyhow.
Yeah.
So it's my very first ever league game, and I'm playing against this dude named Gookin, and he's like, I come to find out later, he's like the most hated guy in the club. He's like the dick of the club or whatever, but I didn't know it at the time, and I'm like trying to like get his approval. Oh, hi, sir, nice to meet you, and I'm, sucking his dick basically and being all nice, and so we start playing racquetball, and I want to give him a good game, but I still suck at racquetball. I'm really new to it, but I'm playing as hard as I fucking can. Well, he serves one time, and I just fucking tee off on it as hard as I can, trying to, like, do a good shot because I'm trying to give him a run for his money because he plays good, and I don't want to just lay down and let him whoop me. So I hit the ball as hard as I can with no aim whatsoever because I still suck at it, and it just flew and nailed him right in the fucking ear. And he dropped like a sack of potatoes. Like, it fucked him up. And, like, it hit perfectly inside of his ear, like, pow! That shit was too much, man.
Just a lucky shot.
Oh, lucky. He was done. Like, he didn't want to play anymore. He was fucking done. He's like, I'm done. I'm taking a shower. My ear's ringing. Like, he told me some shit later. I felt like he was lying, but he said something about, I don't remember. tearing his eardrum or something. I was like, Jesus Christ. I would, was not my fault, man. Was not my fault.
Yeah.
But I don't want to shy you away. You're not going to get hit in the ear or nothing. I play much more.
Oh, I don't mind.
I would
Baseball's hurt sometimes.
Hell yeah, baseball would hurt.
I don't think it would be as bad as that.
No.
And it would be nice to play. I want to play something fast, like
it
that.
is. It gets your aggression out too. Like it's nice to play. Like it's a fun sport. And the people up there are all good-hearted. Like once you meet all the people up there, there's like some old ladies up there that play that are fun as shit to play with. There's a lady up there that's 72 years old, and like right now she'd whoop your ass because you don't know how to play very good. Like once you played for a while, your youth would take her over eventually, but she can run around that court and hit that ball damn good and make some good, and she can get to some shots. And see, racquetball kind of is a little bit of an equalizer if you understand the sport, because like I said, if the ball's coming at you quick and hard, if you have the presence of mind to like not take it right away and like kind of let it go, it'll bounce and hit that back wall and then head back towards the front a lot slower. So if you have the presence of mind to kind of wait for your shot, like you can get a lot of good opportunities basically, and you can kind of plan where the ball is going to with a little bit of it's like almost puts a little pool aspect into it. Yeah, so
if they have a little strategy to it, they can slow it down for themselves.
Because when you see the angle of the ball, that shit snaps in your mind where it's like, okay, I got to be over here because the angle. You know what I mean with the angle, because it's going to hit this wall and that wall and blah blah blah. Like you'll see, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll work on your quickness. You'll like it.
Okay, cool.
I'm telling you, Charlie, that's what we're going to start doing. We're going to get some pictures. We'll post with this. We'll get some naked pictures of you in my shed after the show right now, and we'll see. No, we don't need to get naked pictures of Charlie in my shed.
Yeah. Well, we could.
No, we'll take some pictures. We'll get your progress, Charlie. We'll inspire America with your workout story.
Yeah.
Get Charlie buff. I mean, I'm not saying you're a slouch or nothing, but you're not exactly buff, Charlie. I think I could buff you up a little bit. Give you a couple abs pop in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would love it, wouldn't you? You go to the beach and kick sand on a little puny guy next summer.
Yeah, I'll just start beating the fuck out of everybody.
Yep, just start being a dick and being like, I'm better than you because I'm in shape, bitch.
Yep.
It's funny how people so many people they covet the body too much and they worry about that shit way too much, Charlie.
Yeah,
they
really
do.
Like that.
You know the new invention I seen on TV? Have you seen the new teeth? They have a fucking plastic film that's just a sheet with teeth printed on it that you slide in front of your googly ass teeth, and then it looks like you got good teeth.
Huh.
And it's just a piece of paper basically, but it's not spit proof, so it's plastic.
It's like a cheap grill.
Yeah, it's a super cheap grill, and it's just to look like you got regular teeth. That's some fucked up shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess there's going to be a lot more of that shit.
Can you imagine if you got home and a girl slid one of those out?
Or slid
God.
Slid out the fake teeth.
Like sliding out some tissues out of her bra, I can live with that. But pulling that plastic film from in front of her teeth.
And then you just use it as a condom.
Oh, it would work as one. She ain't getting pregnant. She's going to give me a gummer and I'm out of here. Fuck that. Fucking fake ass teeth. Oh, I'm glad I don't have to date right now, Charlie. I feel bad for you being young. You're on the dating scene. That's another thing we can talk about on here now. You being dating, see, that's another reason I wanted you as my co-host, because you are young and like available and all that shit. So now it like gives me vicarious access to the dating world so that I can at least tease and make fun of it. I mean, I don't want to date at all. I don't have any interest. This new fucking way of dating and this Tinder and shit, I couldn't do it. I couldn't fucking do it. It's fucked up, man. Yeah. Are you on Tinder, Charlie? Do you have a Tinder account?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I'm not necessarily.
It's free pussy. If a girl likes you, she swipes to your picture, likes you, and then it's free poon.
I'm not necessarily available.
When I was your age, I would not have been able to take that. Oh, you might not be available?
Not necessarily.
True, you need to have that vagueness. That way you're more desirable. I would keep it like that. That's a good idea. I like that. All right, not necessarily available.
I'm seeing someone.
Oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea. I'll have to meet that someone soon.
Yeah. Saturday.
What? Is it going to be a big reveal?
Actually, no, Sunday. My place.
Sunday at your place.
Yeah, we can We can have the orgy. You know?
An orgify. There was a lesbian at that open mic that I drove down to Grand Rapids for last night that was talking about fucking people with a strap-on dick. She's like, I mean, the joke was kind of funny. She was talking about how you're hot in the moment, and then you got to go look for your dick. And it's like, it's kind of funny. Like, I know I'd always lose it. So I mean,
at least she's not talking about like saving the world and shit.
Yeah, she definitely was not. She was just talking about finding her fake dick and how much she liked to fuck her girlfriend with it. And it was like, I don't know, you're not making me laugh, but she did turn me on a little bit. That was pretty sexual. And then I was doing, my little bit where I was joking around about shooting at that fly and pissing and killing it and stuff. I told her she could just take her dick off and slap it around and kill. I don't think she appreciated that. I was like, yeah, she could kill shit with her dick easier. She could take it off and just whack the fucking fly or something. I don't think she liked it.
She wasn't happy. Had to take the chance.
But I was up there just choking. I didn't know what to say. It was horrible down there. It was bad. I mean, I didn't totally bomb, but I definitely did. I would not put it in my top fucking 5. That's for sure. Was not a complete bomb, but whatever. I'll never call anything a complete bomb because even a total fail is I got a chance to learn something at least.
I think that's where I learn the most. It's when I just eat it every once in a while.
It gives you a lot to think about. You think a lot more about eating it than you do about doing good. You go up and do good, you come off, you're like, woo, I did good. All right, let me go get a pop and play Call of Duty. But you do bad, and you're like, oh, man, I did bad.
Actually, it does stay there.
It sits in your craw a little more.
Yeah, which helps.
It does. Yeah. It can help or hurt. I think it hurts some people, too. I think it drives some people mad.
If it happens too much, then maybe you're not doing...
And you should start milking cows for a living and telling them your jokes. I think everyone's a comedian a little bit. Everyone is a comedian a little bit in their hearts a little bit. Because you always hear that. You tell people you're a comedian or you're doing the comedy thing, and they always tell you the same. Oh, I always thought I kind of... Like, everyone kind of is like, I maybe thought I should do that. Like, I think everyone says that a little bit.
Yeah.
At some point.
I hear it. Yeah, I hear.
You hear that a lot, don't you? When you tell people you're a comedian, they kind of hit you with that shit. They're like, "Oh, I should do that."
Yeah, I've heard it like 3 or 4 times, but yeah, I don't know.
But I do the same thing. Like these guys that I play racquetball. Like this one guy's like, "Yeah, I'm like an eye doctor," and I'm like, "You know what? I could do that." I did.
You want to think that?
I actually seen a fucking how it's made on LASIK surgery.
Yeah.
Which is a weird how it's made. You know that show How It's Made? It's like a Science Channel show where it's super boring.
Yes.
There's a lot of drug rehab commercials on during that show, and I know why. Because I'm always fucking high when I watch that show.
I was just going to say that. You're stoned as fuck watching
I'm always fucked up on something. If it's not weed, I might have ate a Vicodin or something. Like, I'm always faded when I'm watching that show, and there's always, like, that fake doctor. Do you need help with a drug problem? And I'm like, no, not really, but if I do this 3 days in a row, I will.
It would be interesting.
Some of my friends, Charlie, some of my friends think I'm an addict, but I think I'm way more of a bonus room. I think they're looking at me wrong. I'm a bonus room. I'm not an addict. I think they just need, nice couch up here, a couple chairs, video game.
Okay,
Then I'd just be a bonus room.
That took me a long time.
I had to soak in there. Like an addict or a bonus room. What the fuck? It's a shitty pun, Charlie. It's a shitty pun.
It's good stuff.
It's a good pun. I'm a bonus room, goddammit. Because I'm fun. I'm a fun addict. A fun addict is a bonus room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bonus room up there, baby. There's a pool table. There's a big mirror that you can...
It's fucking deep.
Deep. That's a deep joke. I'm so deep. I would have to really... I could base a whole hour off that, I figure. Just call it LJ's bonus room. That'd be the CD's name.
And you could film it in a bonus room.
That's a great idea. In a tiny little bonus room. One of them ones where there's like enough room to sit down and play darts.
Yeah.
When I was a friend, I had a kid. When I was a friend, I had a kid. You know what I'm saying? But when I was a kid, I had a friend that had a room upstairs. Like, there was that short ceiling where you couldn't stand up in his room.
Yeah.
And he had darts in there, and we had to, like, sit on our butts with our legs straight out and play darts. And then someone had to crawl on all fours to get the fucking darts over and over. Because it was quicker than trying to, like, stand up and do a hunch walk over there and almost run into the light every time. Yeah. His room was terrible, basically. He lived in a fucking attic. He lived in a bonus room. It was horrible.
Well, at least probably had character.
He did have character. He had
Special.
character. He was a weird fucking kid. There was some, oh man, I can remember a lot of weird kids, man. Whew. Kids today are weirder than then, but when I was growing up, kids were weird. I knew some weird fucking kids.
Yeah.
Those
It's
kids
that
are now
age where
senators and
I was-
adults and shit.
Yeah, that's weird.
Have you ever seen the haircut a lot of
Weird.
senators have? It lets you know those were the retarded kids. They grew up to be senator. Like, cut your goddamn hair. You got a weird fucking patch that growing off on the left, and they're mostly
yeah,
bald,
there's-
but they like let it grow in, and it's all weird fucking looking. It's
There's
like,
older dudes with like flabby faces and
yeah,
I know
they
what you're
let a
talking
bunch of
about.
hair grow out of their ear and shit, and they think it makes them look
Yeah.
like stately or something. Fucking
Yeah.
go to the barber, man. Tighten up. Is there some kind of, like, that's why I like Barack. I like Barack Obama because that motherfucker wasn't afraid of looking tight. He'd get
Yeah,
tightened up once in a
yeah,
while.
no.
He'd have his little finger rolls. He'd have a little light fade going on,
had
a
a good
presidential
image.
fade.
good image to him
Hell yeah.
and confidence, but I don't really.
I mean, Trump, Trump, I'll give him that too. Trump has like an image thing where he does try to look good. But
Yeah.
a lot of our senators and I don't want to be sexist, but the women in politics, come on. The tranny that we were talking about earlier is hotter than any woman senator out there. Like she's beating them. She's going to walk in the thing and they're going to be like, God dang it.
There's some hot ones actually.
There's some
I've
hot
seen
drag
some.
queens.
No, well, that
Senators
too.
too?
But- Yep.
Oh, there's a few?
Or I don't know about senators, but
There's some
there
hot
was
something.
Yeah, I watched a politician do a speech, and she shut down this.
You were probably just
Character.
attracted to her power,
Right.
like your old teacher.
It was, yeah.
Bernstein?
Just smart
Yeah, that
and-
was her name, Sarah.
Oh wait, I didn't.
She doesn't listen to our show.
It
Don't
was,
worry, Charlie. I'll put her in the comments of this one and be like, Sarah Bernstein, you need to listen to the show because Charlie confesses. What was she? Was she
No.
your teacher in school?
Yeah, my English teacher at TBA.
So she taught you tongues. She taught you the language of love, English. No, that's not the language of love. Was
It
she
was-
just
it
like a
was
plain
film-
regular English teacher?
no, it
Like
was-
she turned
no,
you
it
out
was
to like
film.
verbs and shit?
No, it was film class English.
Film English?
So, yeah, it was the TBA Film and New Media program.
That sounds like a
And
fuck off class.
We
almost.
had it could be or it could be not, depending on what you wanted to do.
So if you were the teacher, you had an easy job. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah and no,
No,
because there are definitely
bunch of
there's
fuck off
very
students.
good. Yeah, there's either very good people in there or people that are a bit different. Because there's a lot of people from different schools that you'd probably have to figure out how to deal with some of them.
Hell yeah, because they
But,
drive to TBA from Kalkaska and
yeah.
Mansalona and Fife Lake.
Yeah.
We used to just use it as a smoke break. It's like a 45-minute drive for us from over at Kalkaska, so we just smoke
Yeah, I
weed
drove
and
myself
cigarettes and
a lot.
shit.
I drove myself a lot there, so I could just smoke and then get into the class and do editing the whole time, basically. Editing or writing, but we only had one day of English every week, I think. I think it was on Fridays.
Hmm.
And it was more centered toward film and media English stuff. So we made a blog. We did, we wrote scripts sometimes. It was fun.
We used to like try to get the teacher to come over and lean over so you could like look down her sweater and shit like that, little pervert stuff.
No.
Come on, you know you did.
No, she's cool.
Oh,
She
I
was
had a
funny.
teacher when I was a kid, Miss Schneider. Okay, I will tell you about mine since you were always on. My teacher, I was perverted towards. I always had the worst hard on for her. I was a little kid, but I was probably younger. How old? You were like high school. That's older. You have manners by then. I was like just hitting puberty, like 13 or something when I had my
one
little
like
crush.
that actually, or a few, but
Yeah.
not Miss Rinsing at all.
Where it's like, oh my god.
It's more like I actually wanted to get stuff done in that class, rather than fuck off in other classes like in normal.
There's so many
high
worthless
school.
classes in school, isn't there?
Yeah, I should have taken it more seriously, but
Well, at least you have Man Sharpens Man now.
yeah.
You can take this show seriously. Charlie, learn
Yeah.
about multimedia. We're syndicated in one channel, YouTube channel. Hey, I am about to be on iTunes, so I've been doing a lot of studying, Charlie. It won't be long. We'll be on iTunes, baby. I can't wait. It'll be easier for
Awesome.
people to listen to us then.
What's up, iTunes?
iTunes, we're coming for you. We are coming. We're going to be the worst podcast on iTunes. No, we'll be good. And we got a guest, Charlie. Tomorrow is Thursday. We got Luis Valencia coming to town.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to have him on the show. It's going to be me and you and him on the show.
Hell
We're going to do a
yeah.
podcast before the comedy show. At least it's
Awesome.
lightly penciled in right now. I got to get you some free time too. You work tomorrow?
No, I do not.
Awesome. We'll be able to have
I'm doing the show
freaky
as well.
shit all day. All right, cool. We'll do it for sure.
Oh yeah.
What time are we getting at? Charlie's got to go wash some fucking dishes tonight. Oh, it's getting real close. I should probably wrap this up in the next few minutes. Oh,
yeah.
man. I don't want to go, Charlie. It's too bad. It's too
Too
bad. You got
bad.
anything you want to tell the people before
Back
you go,
again
Charlie?
another day.
You want to tell them some revealing stuff?
Yeah. On Saturday,
Saturday.
the 11th of November, we're gonna be at Studio Anatomy at 9 o'clock.
Get your asses down there at 9 o'clock, Studio Anatomy, November 11th.
Oh yeah, and
And obviously that's going to be comedy, not some bullshit or any kind of weirdness.
yeah, yep. We have a.
We had
Excited
a
about the
fucking
line.
block meeting here. Like, well, I'll tell you about. We had a fucking community meeting here. Isn't that terrible?
Huh.
I hated that
Bunch
shit,
of-
Charlie. It was horrible.
I would really not like that.
Yeah, that was an awkward situation. It all came out good, but goddamn, that's the kind of stuff I don't do well at. I'm like, ugh, we're all just sitting around trying to sound like we're smart and shit, and it was just horrible. It was fucking horrible. Trying to
Yeah.
agree on a trash service so we don't have to, oh, it would be better to have less trash trucks in and out of the neighborhood. Maybe we could all agree on one trash service. And it's like, oh,
Oh,
Jesus,
God.
fuck. Who gives a shit? This is wasting my
Yeah.
life energy. Let me go home. So boring. I hate that crap.
Yeah.
Hate business. Hate work. I just hate shitty, unnecessary work. Hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yep.
Hate it.
It's about being effective.
About
right?
being effective.
Yes.
It's about being
You gotta do, and there's necessary evils. You gotta do.
like
certain
your work you're about
things,
to go
so-
do is good because you're gonna get paid. It's good work. You got to do
Yeah,
it.
that's not.
We're going
that's
to like
easy.
this is our subdivision meeting and we all want to paint our house the same color.
Yeah,
shit.
that kind of
Ugh.
bullshit's horrible.
I hate that crap. Or we're gonna all get daffodils and I can't remember what they were talking about. I was following it, but they did have cookies, so I did love the
Okay.
cookies. I did
Okay.
love the cookies. I'm the one that's not shy to eat. Like they brought the cookies out and everyone's like, "Oh, those are beautiful," and no one took one.
Yeah.
And I waited like a minute or two, and I was like, "No one's gonna take a." I mean, I knew I was gonna take a cookie, but I
Why they
like
not
waited
taking
a while
cookies?
to like make sure no one would take one, and no one was gonna take one.
That's just a sign of a bad meeting. If nobody's
Yeah.
taking those cookies.
It was a nice spread too.
I would. Yeah, I would be.
Mm.
Who wouldn't?
I don't know.
That's horrible.
I don't know. It's horrible. Take the cookie
Let's
and
get
use
the
your
world
stickers.
together, people.
Use your stickers. I'm gonna leave you with that, people. If you got some stickers, fucking use them. Don't let them get old. That's what I did with my Garbage Pail Kids when I was a kid, and I'll never not regret it. I'll regret it forever. I should have used those stickers, Charlie. I just
Yeah.
saved them for no good reason.
That's horrible.
An unused sticker is a sad thing. You find a sticker that's
True.
not sticky anymore because it's old. It's
It's
like
not
an
a s-
unused condom, basically.
It's not a sticker anymore.
It's like
But
a
you could
dried
s-
up condom.
but you could still use it as a condom.
You could still use it as a condom. Because nothing makes my dick softer than unsticky stick. You can still use it as a condom. You know you can use a condom twice. You know I was going
Huh.
to tell you. Remember we were going to have the old joke section?
Yeah.
We need the old joke of the day before we leave this show, this little quick show. I'm going to tell people the old joke of the day.
Okay.
Charlie, did you know you can use a condom twice?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Why?
you got to shake the fuck out of it, and then you can use it again. Ew, that's a gross joke. All right, well, this has been Man Sharpens Man with Charlie and LJ. Tell him bye, Charlie.
See ya. Thanks.
Go shake the fuck out of your condoms.